Hi, my name is Juliana. Welcome back to the Tomosi Business Training Series. This week, we conclude the third key driver of enterprise competitiveness, which was volume, structure, and nature of demand. Now, this was interrupted earlier to address the issue of increasing prices of commodities in Uganda.
So let's go to item number 3 within this third point of ours, which is now the nature of demand. The first one was volumes. The second one, structure, or how the business is constituted. The third one is the nature of demand. Under this one third segment of our 7 elements of competitiveness of a business. The nature of demand really means the amount of a product that a consumer, your customer, is willing and able to pay at various prices in a given period of time. I want you to separate ability to pay from the desire to pay. Those two things are different. I may want this shirt very much. I can take credit for it. You know, the desire is intense, but I don't have the money to buy it. So customers, all of us are like that. Huh? So separate ability to pay from the desire to pay, especially given that in most of our societies, price is a major determinant, and largely it is the key driver of all the consumption we do. Many of us would like to pay as little as possible for a given product, as long as possible, unless circumstances demand differently, even if the value might be much higher than the price we're paying. For many of our customers, often the matter of quality and value, they don't give it attention, but they give attention to price. So now for us to understand this question of nature of demand, let us now go to Nkuruma Road, just below Kampala Road, to a young man called Albert Kaisinga. We met Kaisinga through his father, who is a local community leader in the area just after the Antonde as you go to Mbarara. His father is called Andrew Racheja, and he's a great-grandson of one of the old leaders of Nkore at the end of the 19th century. This young man is not his father. I just want you to separate that. Whatever your father did, if you had a Bedford truck in the 70s, it makes no sense in 2022. We support people simply because they have ideas, but we also know ideas are built in history. This young man is in the printing and retailing of promotional materials, whose demand is often seasonal and vertical. Seasonal in the sense that he has more customers during a political campaign, a health campaign, holidays, Christmas, Eid, or some other forms of national campaigns. That's when his demand goes up. It is also vertical in that his product can be easily substituted. Listen to me, young people. If you're in the business where your product can be easily substituted by other forms, it's a bit of danger. So this young man, his product can easily be substituted by other forms of promotional material if his prices change even in a marginal way. I think let's hear from Kaisinga in his own words.
My name is Kaisinga Albert. I do printing and branding. I started up a printing company registered under KS Brands 256 Limited. We print and brand all kind of fabric. There was a motor rally, so we were targeting that the people that are going to support the fans for the motorsport. So I printed T-shirts, bandanas, capes, wristband, then took there to sell to the fans that had come to support the sport. When there's change in demand, what I do, I look at the price in the general market. Now if you're printing a shirt of 20,000, if the general market is printing for 20,000,
reduce by 1,000 or 2,000, so that you attract customers to your section. That is the only way you can challenge people in this sector. You just put a discount on each item. If an item costs 30,000, we put it at 28,000. We always deduct by 2,000, and 2,000 means a lot in this branding sector. Even if it is just 500, because if you multiply 500 shillings by 10,000 pieces, that is 5 million. So each discount counts. The biggest order I made was for 5,000 pieces.
Okay.
Uh,
So,
got that. Yeah, that was the biggest order. They wanted the branded T-shirts, round neck plus collar. Okay. Yes. Shirts, bandanas, and capes. Our business flows between Jan and Feb, when students are resuming to schools and colleges. That's when we get big orders from schools and institutions. But after Feb, you have just go to the field and look for customers yourself. But Jan and Feb, uh, customers are very many. Each printer, each branding company, they get equal share between Jan and Feb, because customers they come on their own. You don't look for them, and they come with big numbers of requests and orders. But when students resume, then we are challenged to go to the field and look for customers one by one.
Online, we have Facebook accounts. Facebook account KS Brands, Instagram KS Brands 256. Those are the only accounts that are running. Sometimes
please.
we get orders online. Someone just comes to your inbox, tells you the number of pieces they need, describes the logo he or she wants to use, sends the artwork. If they don't have the artwork, we redesign and print. The customer pays the deposit. After paying the deposit, then the customer pays full amount after delivery. All of a sudden, you find a message of a customer who needs more pieces online. Sometimes you don't get customers physically. Then you try to use WhatsApp. You share the products on your status, on your stories on Instagram. Someone comments and gives you order there and then.
Between March and April, May, and the rest, we target upcoming projects. You target now like concerts that are coming up. You target events, Kororo grounds. You can print, bring the items at the entrance. They pay. Those who want to pay, in case they did not get chance to get the free shirts and caps, you print for people who want to buy. You can print VIP shirts. You sell to the VIP guests there.
One, they teach individuals to develop themselves. They teach individuals to be self-reliant, like work on their own and they develop themselves to be better people. And it also supports different projects and companies financially, where you're stuck and you don't have the finances to fund your project or your company. If you're registered with the URSB and IRA, you have your documents certified, they can push you financially, not only teaching you what to do, but they can also fund you as well. So me, I've been taught how to hustle on my own, and any other youth out there. If they have ever attended any, or they go on YouTube and check what Thomas has done for most of Ugandans, they will pick a leaf there. I'm looking forward to becoming the biggest branding company here in the country and across. But to get there, we need more funds. Now, like this, the large format machine that prints banners and these big stickers. It will need for someone to look for more money to purchase such machines, because those are the leading machines here in Kampala. You see, like a banner that costs for the billboard that costs 5 million, 10 million, yet you just bought items of around 500,000, the materials to use. Imagine if I had such a machine, the company would be far. If you got a contract like, let's say 5 billboards, each billboard they are paying you 10 million. That is 50 million. If by God's grace you get those contracts in the same month, that is 50 million in a single month. So me, I still need more capital, like to add in more machines.
Nature of demand for a product is often in a combined manner affected by the incomes of customers. For example, post-corona lockdowns and the war in Ukraine. There's a war going on in Ukraine, but this happened after drivers bringing in fuel into Uganda striking and pushing the pump prices high. When we're just recovering from that, there's now a war in Ukraine, and the fuel prices at the pump are having an impact on transport. That can change the price. That can change the nature of demand. The nature of demand is also affected by the price of related products. So I want you to imagine the competition, seeing the increase in the price of T-shirts by Kaisinga as promotional materials, and they switch to posters, for example, or even more, switching to online advertising for the young segment of the population. All these things change the nature of demand. The other thing is, of course, tastes and preferences. I want you to imagine a market that is maturing and beginning to reject noisy neighborhood promotions. I'm sure you've had those trucks go around, or you have had people vending some things at your front door, often posing security risks. Now customers begin to require the authenticity of these sources of products. They begin to reject noise. They begin to ask for certification. They begin to order online. That can completely change the nature of demand that you have relied on to build your business. So be careful what you are doing. All these can affect the demand of a product. And therefore, it helps very much you young person listening to me to position your invention, your product, at the highest end of the value chain, where the returns are good and the demand is growing for a long time to come. So let me just give you one example here. You can transport coffee from Busedan, the sub-county is a sub-county I like in Sironko. They grow a lot of good Arabica coffee. So you can do your business in collecting the green beans drying them and transporting them to Kampala. You will make maybe 5,000 shillings at the highest for a kilo. But if you kept those beans in Mbale and you took a small loan, either from microfinance, or you gathered 10 of you and raised some little savings and bought a 30 to 40 million shillings, I think they have now gone down, the roasters, there's a young man making roasters of coffee in Kampala, 25 million shillings, you buy one, you roast those same beans in Mbale out of Sironko, you take those beans on that roasted beans on the shelf, you invest in a little bit of packaging and branding. For the same kilo of 5,000, you'll make 18 to 20,000. That's what I mean, that position your business at the long end where the returns are higher, where the gains are higher, rather than where you can be substituted anytime customer preferences change. Many times I have reflected over this, and I see that for you young people, food, because we all have to eat, we can walk, but we have to eat. Health, we all fall sick at some stage. Communication, technology, these to me seem to be some of the sectors that have a sustained demand in a growing population in Uganda and in Africa. So it is good to think of these sectors for you young people who want to take advantage of a growing demand and market in Africa.
We would like to hear from you. Please email us at info@tapmedia.com and visit our website at www.tapmedia.com. You can also visit our offices located at Tomosi Business Park, Luzira, Port Bell Road, or call 0414 220 702. Thank you.